Well, if it's an hour. Yeah, no, ma'am. There's 8 o'clock every morning. I mean,
Hey, good morning, Smart. Can you hear us okay? Perfect. So I see that we have Elko up, but no one was there right now. So did not hear that we've got the recording going.
Yes, we're checking right now. Are we recording?
No, Sean is listening in, so he can start the recording whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's get it started.
So we're not recording yet.
Got it, we're good. Now we'll hear it.
You're coming fast.
All right, has the recording started? What's that? Is the recording started? Yes. Yeah. Okay, great.
Well, good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to the December 12th, 2018 Board of Agriculture meeting. And we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. And I'm showing a time of 8:03. If you would please all stand with me and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to roll call. We'll start with the board members here in Las Vegas. If we could start from my left.
Paul No, nursery industry, Clark County.
Jim Snyder, row crops, Lyon County.
Heather Lockheed, Douglas County, representing pest control.
Paul Anderson, Washoe County Petroleum.
Woods Spreckling Livestock, Yellow County.
Dave Kuhn, Dairy Industry, Clark County.
Farland Higby, Lincoln County, grazing and I think that's what it was supposed to be.
Board member, it sounds like we have one there in Sparks. Charlie?
Good morning, Charlie Frey, Churchill County, representing crops, general farm.
Thank you, Charlie. While we're there in Sparks, if we could go ahead and have department staff introduce themselves, please.
Megan Brown, Deputy Administrator, Plant Industry Division.
Rebecca Allard, Public Information Officer. Ashley White, Administrative Assistant.
Deborah Crowley, Fiscal Administrator.
Jennifer Ott, Plant Industry Administrator.
Chris Miller, commercial free.
That's it for us.
I'm sorry, the gentleman, I could not hear his name or who he, what he represented.
Chris.
What do you say?
He couldn't hear you.
Say it again.
Chris Miller, Marshall free.
Oh. All right, thanks, Chris. Okay, again, it doesn't look like we have anyone in Elko, but we'll go ahead and we can go to staff here in Las Vegas.
Doug Ferris, Animal Industry, Department of Agriculture.
Alora Bartos, Executive Assistant.
Dennis Belcourt, Deputy Attorney General.
Sierra Russell, Public Information Officer. Morning, Cadence Matievich, Consumer Accountability Division. And Jerry Conrad, Interim Director. Sorry, I missed that.
It's okay. All right, well, thank you very much. Appreciate you all being here. And so we're going to go ahead and open up. Our next item is public comment, and we did have some public comment that was sent in to us. We received one from Tracy Wilson writing in about the Virginia Range horses, and she did not want to speak unless You here by chance, Tracy?
She was not able to make it.
Okay, then we'll go on to the others that sent in the information. So we have another one from Teresa Klein, and Teresa says that you would wish to speak. I would. Okay, go ahead, and if you would move up to the seat there in front of you.
Thank you.
And just want to remind everyone, you have 3 minutes, and please try to, and I realize most of the board is here in Las Vegas, but address the board as a whole. We do ask that you do your best to be cordial, as well as try not to keep repeating each other. We appreciate that if each of you could talk about different parts of your concern. So with that being said, Teresa, thank you, and go ahead.
All right, thank you. My name is Teresa Klein, and I'm with the Wild Horse Preservation League out of Dayton, Nevada. I want to thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. My fellow advocates that are here will be petitioning you about reinstating our PCP program to support the wild horses. I find I need a lot more from the help of our volunteers in some of the activities that happen in our area, with especially the Highway 50 corridor. I have responsibility or am involved in Carson City all the way to Silver Spring. So I get a lot of phone calls about horses along the highway and public safety issues. We'd like to develop a program where the wild horses are managed through a successful community-based partnership. This is no cost to taxpayers. We've done it before. We can do it again. The local community and businesses value the horses. You've heard from a lot of our business leaders about that. It's also an outdoor recreational and photographic opportunity for people. But I know that you're responsible for a great deal more. Public amusement and photographer interest are not really all you have to worry about. You've got public safety, farming, ranching, mining, and commercial, homeowner nuisance complaints, and you really don't have a lot of budget to work with you. The Alliance of Wild Horse Advocates includes my group and a number of other groups that bond in trying to support our horses. We would like to reinstate the PCP darting program. We would like to work with you on removals. I know I've been involved in 2 horse deaths just in the last week, one of which we had to call authorities out to euthanize the horse. So we're very sensitive to public safety, very sensitive to the fact that it's kind of difficult sometimes to get someone and to know exactly who to call when you've got an issue with a horse. I'd like to work with you on that, on defining better those issues. I understand it kind of varies from county to county. We'd like to know when you do pick up a horse, if someone's injured. We keep a database of these horses. We'd like to know when they disappear, what happened to them. We like to find adopters. If you do have to pick up a horse, we'd like to work with you. So if we can be notified and work with you, that would benefit the horses, you, and...
Just a moment here while I go through the different ones. So we have one that was sent in by Christine, but Christine, you did not want to speak this morning, as I understand it?
Christine has given me hard copy. She's also put it on your website. I'll be leaving mine and hers.
Okay, thank you. And let's see here, Louise Martin.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to speak in the comments after the last comments period after the.
Oh, at the end of the board meeting?
Yes.
Okay, that would be perfect. And actually, I think that's all that I have. Are there any others that wish to speak there in Sparks?
Yeah, Steve Page.
We were
planning to listen to the meeting first and the director's report, et cetera,
So-
and then
so
speak
Steve-
at the second public comment.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Susan, is it Ray? Roy?
Oh, that's me.
Same.
Same, yeah.
You want to speak now?
No, at the second period.
Wayne? World?
Second period, please.
Yeah. Okay. Maureen,
Gang,
Gannon?
second period.
And Dan?
Walker.
Walker?
Second period.
Is there anybody else? Okay.
And Charlie, that's everyone that you had slips for?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do is at the end, the final comment, Charlie, I'll go ahead and just turn it over to you to take control of the meeting there so you can listen to those people. Well, we'll be listening too, but if you'll just take it at the end. So we'll go ahead and move on. If it looks like Elko, still no public comment here in Las Vegas. Any public comment? And our new member, Marlon Higbee.
Please rise and raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I state your name.
Harlan
Higby.
Paul No,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly
Do
swear
swear that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution.
the Constitution and government of the United States
Constitution and government of the United States.
and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada
And the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada.
against all enemies, whether domestic or foreign,
Against all enemies, domestic and foreign.
and I will bear true faith and allegiance and loyalty to the same.
And that I will bear true faith, allegiance, and loyalty to the same.
Any ordinance, resolution, or law of any state notwithstanding,
Any ordinance, resolution, or law, state notwithstanding.
and that I will well and faithfully perform all duties of the office of member of the Board of Agriculture.
And that I will well and faithfully perform all the duties of the office of member, Board of Agriculture.
On which I am about to enter.
For which I'm about to enter. And which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Wow. Well, all right. Paul, thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate everything you've done over the years.
Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah.
Happy to be anywhere.
And Barlin, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here and looking forward to working with you.
Well, I hope I can be an asset,
I'm sure
not
you
a
will.
burden.
Okay, we'll move on to 3B, Board of Agriculture 2019 meeting dates. And Laura, did you want to say anything about these dates?
So typically we just do the first Wednesday of the quarter. So those are the dates I have here, but if there are any conflicts that anybody can think of, let me know.
So let's go to the board. Do any of you see any conflicts looking at the calendar for 2019?
I'll be in DC on the 6th.
March 6th? And any other concerns as far as that date? When?
I'll be home on the 6th.
Any other concerns with the calendar? I mean, is everyone thinking that we should just go ahead and keep it where it is, or?
Mr. Chairman, just a note, the June 5th date would be the day after the legislative session is scheduled to conclude. So if by chance they don't finish their work in 120 days, there could be some overlap there. Just, I don't think it's anything to change anything for, but I think it's probably worth knowing.
Okay, thank you.
June 5th, I have conflicting days with that, but I will work around it if it's not changeable.
Any other concerns? So I think we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and plan on these dates. If by chance we have a motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
All right.
I'll second it.
All right, so the motion is to approve the Board of Agriculture 2019 meeting dates. Pete made the motion, and the second was by Heather Lackey. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, passes unanimously. Okay, thank you. So we'll move on to 3C, discussion regarding the recruitment process to appoint a new director. So obviously this has been at the forefront of all of our minds with reaching, and so we have 3 that do meet the qualifications, but we have made the decision for a couple different reasons that we're going to keep the window open for applications to come in a little bit longer. Actually, to the point that we fill the position, actually. So the process has gone slower than I think all of us had hoped. But again, what we have to realize is that actually, as we talked about a little bit last night, it's a bit of a dance in the sense that we as the board hire the director, then appointed by the governor. So we have been in communication with the governor-elect Sisolak's office, and obviously they've got a lot that they're doing right now. They have a transition team that is trying to get everything in place for him when he takes office. But we are one of 4 departments that are in the exact same situation in that they do not have a director as well. So we're not the only ones that are trying to get his attention to make a quick decision on his side, and in conversations with them, and they do understand our desire to fill this position as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, we need to be cognizant of that they are still in the transition process, and that Gary had an opportunity to meet with them last week. And anything you care to add to the thoughts on this, or?
No, I think you covered everything. I think just wanting to make sure that everyone has the time to review the applicants that we've received, and that we hopefully continue that best decision.
Right.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Just to make it clear,